I think that's going to be the case in currency markets. I mean, one thing which we have learned from this crisis is that sort of nobody's safe till everybody's safe. And like you said, I think there is this certain aspect of globalization of financial markets and the fact that some economies more than others, and like you point out in the case of the UK, in particular, the dependence on financial markets and international capital, makes it a little bit more vulnerable that once it's fixed its domestic setup, it's ultimately dependent upon whether the global borders can be opened up much more successfully. So I do agree. I don't think it's going to be a one-way move. Again, like I said, I don't think the relative divergence ultimately by the time we get to summer in between, especially the developed economies, is going to be all that substantial for a big breakout, particularly in the sterling. But for now, I think the momentum of the fact that it's able to lead some of the other developed geographies in this vaccination rollout process is kind of proving to be supportive.
So inflation expectations building out there in the market are definitely repricing what's happening in treasuries, right? And I'm just wondering, Samir, why the rise in yields hasn't helped the US dollar more, and is that concerning?
Yeah, I know it's interesting. I guess there is an opportunity here that where we are seeing sort of reflation expectations potentially create more concerns around the fact that this will ultimately cause enough price pressures and cause central banks everywhere, but I guess the Fed's probably the most in view there about potentially having to lean against these pressures a bit earlier. But I guess the fact that you've seen that repricing already take place. Now, bulk of that repricing was obviously in the long end, and which is why we have seen the yield curves mostly steepen. I think a bear steepening in yield curves is still something which is fairly compatible with the dollar being kind of flattish and not being able to really break out. I think the key challenge now will be that with the break-evens in the front end, I mean, sort of the 2-year to 5-year space, having got to a point where it's already pricing in, it's all the edge of what would change the Fed calculation metric. I think if we see any further push up higher from more sort of a bear flattening thematic in the curve, I think that's what could finally cause maybe the dollar to be able to benefit more from there. I think the dollar also, you need to think in perspective of not just versus G10, but also against emerging market currencies. And I think that's where it is more the volatility of the underlying interest rate moves, which will probably be more key. I think if that vol picks up, then you could finally start to see the dollar strengthen against emerging market currencies. Don't think that's necessarily going to be the case, but that's where the key risk lies at this point.